conferência de imprensa com Aleksandar Vukic, apurado para as meias finais do Oeiras Open 4. Aleksandar, congrats, another day, another win for you. How are you feeling?
Yeah, very happy, very happy. Rashad's a really good player, and I definitely played my best match today out of the three. The conditions were beautiful out there, no wind, not like just warm, not too hot, and it was a perfect day for me.
2 times breakdown in the first set. He has a great serve, obviously. So, what do you think? Do you change to breaking, especially in the second time? Because he was, I believe, 4-3 up.
Yeah, in the first. It's one of those where you just can't overthink it. You got to play every point as it is, and it's kind of. I think if you start getting down on yourself, he'll start holding easy. The only thing I can do is just keep putting pressure on him. Sometimes you break, sometimes you don't. But I think, especially on these conditions and on clay, you have a bit more chances to break. So I was just trying to be positive, and luckily was able to bounce back twice.
You know what the live ranking says at the moment, right?
I think it's 100.
Top 100.
Yeah.
What does it mean for you to finally do it?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, because I know there's also other people playing this week, so we'll see what happens in the rankings. But no, I talking with my team and everything, obviously it's a big goal, but I think we focus on every week, and then come November, we'll sit down and then we'll reflect, and if I'm top 100 or top 70 or top 150, whatever it is, we'll reflect and we'll enjoy at the end of the season. But right now, it's just about tomorrow, and obviously there's French Open, and there's not much time to process anything in the sport, so you have to keep going.
Talking about your team, we heard like you have a Portuguese coach in
Yeah.
your team. So how did it start? What can you tell us about that partnership?
Yeah, I work with, it's Nuno Lancaster. I worked with him in Barcelona. This was after high school. I trained in Barcelona for 6 months, and I worked with him then. I actually got my first ATP points with him, and then recently I've kind of brought him along in the team, and we were in Korea together, where I made a final and won a tournament. So it seems like we keep creating good memories with each other, and I love working with him.
So you guys are working now for like 2 weeks?
Last month. Yeah,
okay.
Last month. Yeah, it's pretty fresh.
And what do you think about him?
I love the Portuguese flair, the little bit of Latin passion. It's good. It's good. I think it's you can sense the Portuguese culture in him, and I like that because my heritage is also European, so I like the kind of mix of it, and it's good to talk about football as well. So.
Was it important to you to play this tournament? Was it important to sign in this tournament?
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a big influence. He knew these conditions, he knew this area, and he thought I would play good here and have a good time here. So, yeah, definitely, it was definitely consulting him, because I made that choice while we were in Korea as well. So, definitely happy I came.
And what's the plan now? Is he going to Paris and London with you? Or?
He won't go to Paris. I think my other coach, Jay, is going, and then, we've got to see for the future, but he'll be part of the team for the rest of the year.
Jay is full-time? Have you been with him for a while?
Yeah, I've been in for 1.5 years now, so I've been in for quite a while. We're just kind of integrating with everyone.
So Nuno is like a second coach, like second voice?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how the year progresses, but it's travelling with both of them, yeah.
8 wins in a row, I think. Many more matches the week before. How are the legs?
The legs are good, honestly. Like, I keep talking to my team, they're like, how are you feeling today? I was like, honestly pretty good, I surprise myself sometimes when I wake out of bed. I'm just like, it's actually like, I'm expecting to just kind of fall down, when I get out of bed, but it's actually been good. I think, obviously, knowing what's on the line and knowing, there's a lot to play for, it's a lot of excitement, and it's a lot easier to get up in the morning, and when you're playing for the stuff, it's what you dream of.
And I don't think you have played title yet in your career. So do you think this could be the week for you?
You never know. You never know. There's still 2 matches left, 2 tough matches left. So I'm not sure if my opponents have played yet, but
No.
I know that would be. They're both very good clay quarters. So yeah, it'll be a tough match. But I honestly feel like I have nothing to lose in a way. So it's kind of like I'll do my best. This is a great preparation for French Open. So try to play a good match tomorrow and see what happens.
Are you going to watch it? Do you ask one of the coaches to do it for you?
I think maybe one of them will watch it. I won't. I'll probably go by the pool with one of maybe the fitness coach or one of the other coaches. I'll just chill today. I've seen enough tennis for the last month. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still 1 p.m. So even with the recovery and stuff, you have time.
Oh, so much.
Do you
Yeah.
take a walk or what do you do in these days?
I don't know. I was talking to them. I was like, because I played 2 later matches yesterday, and I was like, oof, this one's early. Like, we have to win today, so we can just chill by the pool and just relax and just do nothing. So I think I'll be just eating and just hydrating by the pool today.
So you didn't see the city yet?
No, I haven't. Maybe today's a good day to do that. Maybe today. If I have the energy, I'll go.
And what changes did you have to make to play on the clay course? Because you grew up on our course, I guess. So what changes do you have to make to play here on the clay course?
Yeah, so I'm definitely, I think, more of a hard quarter. But like I said, I trained in Spain for 6 months, so that was basically all clay. So I think that helps a lot, working the Spanish philosophy in a way. And it's different, but at the end of the day, it's tennis. You know, tennis is about playing tennis, figuring out your strengths, figuring out their strengths and weaknesses, and trying to find a way to win. So it doesn't really matter where you're playing. You're still kind of aware of what's going on. Obviously, there's certain shots that work better, there's certain movements that are better for clay versus hard court, but all in all, it's tennis. So I think it's I feel like I have elements that help me with the clay court as well. I think my forehand's pretty spinny, so it helps with that. But yeah, it's just constantly adjusting, and I feel like I'm getting better each day.
We guess we know how tough it is for you guys from Australia, being on the road like 7-8 months per year. So is Barcelona still your kind of second base or European base when you have like 1 week off, 2 week offs? In Europe, where do you stay when you have like 1 week off from competition? Where do you stay?
Yeah, so I've been to Barcelona a few times, but I honestly haven't spent like a lengthy period of time in Europe in the calendar for me to kind of do that. Now that I'm working with Nuno, Portugal will definitely be an option in Europe. But as I said, my other coach, Jay, he's Australian, but he lives in Orlando, and I spend a lot of time in the US, and because I also went to college over there, so I'll go back to my college coach, and I do spend a lot of time in the US, and when I'm kind of not there, yeah, I'll probably spend some more time with Nuno in Portugal, so really get to know the culture. Yeah.
So welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
The culture and the food.
Yeah, no, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Federico, on the other day, said here, like, in one hand, you probably could have a little bit tired because of the title, but in the other hand, you have like a easy tennis to play, big forehands, big serve, and with that easy tennis that you have, probably the confidence is more important than the physical part. So I don't know if you agree with that, but it seems like a nice opinion from you.
No,
about you. Sorry.
For sure. I don't think there's ever a moment where you feel. There's rarely moments where you feel 100% tennis and 100% physical, because for you to feel like 100% tennis requires you to feel 100% confident in a way, and that usually is based on winning matches, and that means you're probably physically tired. So it's always a balance, but that's what we keep talking about is, yeah, like I might be maybe a bit physically tired, but everything is a bit more natural because you just played a lot of matches, so you're at 30-all position, you just played it. It's the muscle memory is there a little bit more. I think it's still tricky because let's say you are tired, you have to again keep pushing yourself because the tennis is there, so you have to keep pushing your body, your mental side that we like to create, to stay present. So you're kind of enforcing other things rather than, okay, I need to play better tennis, and then you start thinking about something else. So but I kind of agree with him. I would rather be in a position where I'd be a little tired, but I'd won a lot of matches, versus the vice versa, where you haven't won a lot of matches, but you're fresh, for sure. Yeah.
I would like to ask you one more question. I don't know if it's okay for you. I think you don't mind, but I was a big Ash Party fan. You talk here in your day about men's tennis in Australia, but I would like to hear your opinion about women's tennis in Australia, because it seems like there's a little gap today with Ash Party retirement, of course. How do you see the women's tennis in Australia nowadays? Because you guys have Isla, of course, but she's injured at the moment. But how do you see the moment?
I mean, I feel like we've always had good, really good women's tennis players. Like Ash Barty was there, Sam Souza was there before the whole time. You know, a few-time Grand Slam champion, and we've had a history of women's tennis. So I'm sure, like we do in the men, it's kind of like fluctuations. You know, it's rotations. Like it's every. It's rarely that you see in sport one nation continually dominating at the top. So I have no doubt that that kind of rotation will come. Maybe you could say maybe the US women, the Russian women maybe, but no, I have no doubt that Australian tennis will keep producing like they always have.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
guys.